The Sixers officially make another signing. We will take a look at their newest addition. Also, the NBA coming out with a potential rule that could severely impact how teams approach next season. We'll break all of it down here on Philly Take with RB.
Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome into the show. Like always, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell. Don't miss any of the coverage. We will be getting back into all the action hopefully very soon when things pick up. But we have an announcement. Training camp has finally been given a date. I know a lot of people have been asking, wondering, when's it going to be? Well, today it was announced by Lauren Rosen from the Sixers that Nick Nurse is going to take the Sixers away from home yet again. That is right. The Sixers will be doing their training camp in Colorado at Colorado State University, Fort Collins, Colorado, and it will be from October 3rd to October 6th. We will have all of the coverage live right here on the show, and this is the second consecutive year where the Sixers will be away from home. This time a lot farther, right? Last year, Doc took the team to South Carolina. Now they're going all the way to Colorado. These boys are going to be breathing heavy, man. Nick Nurse going to have them do a lot of drills. I can't wait to see how it plays out. But we have a lot of NBA news to jump into and really some interesting conversations to have. Before we do that, though, a quick shout out to our sponsor of today's video, DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings for sponsoring this video. Football is back and basketball is right around the corner, so there's no better place to join in on the action than DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL and NBA. And right now, any new customers who go download the DraftKings app, use my promo code PhillyTake and bet $5 on any wager, will immediately receive $200 in bonus bets. And while you're at it, you can use your $200 in bonus bets on a DraftKings same game parlay to combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, no worries at all. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the chance to win cash prizes. So what are you waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? It is officially time to get some skin in the game. Go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. And once again, new customers who use my promo code PhillyTake and bet $5 on any wager will instantly get $200 deposited to your account. This video is brought to you by DraftKings. Shout out to them for partnering. All right, man, let's jump right into it. So how about a couple pieces of NBA news, minor news around the league? Tristan Thompson finalizes a deal today with the Cleveland Cavs. Why am I bringing this up? Well, it's very interesting, man. If you can do what Tristan Thompson does, somehow continues to get contracts. This guy's on the court. This guy's living his best life off the court. Then he's on TV as an analyst. Then he jumps back in with the Lakers. Now he is back with the Cavs. I don't know how this guy keeps doing it, but shout out to Tristan Thompson. I hope all of you out there have as much drive as he does. He is back on I believe it's a one-year deal with the Cleveland Cavs. And also, the San Antonio Spurs are waiving veteran guard Cam Payne. He was with the Suns last year. He averaged about 10.3 points per game in 20 minutes off the bench. Would you go out and entertain the signing of a Cam Payne? I just don't think he really fits here in Philadelphia, right? They have Pat Bev off the bench. They have DeAnthony Melton. He's a bit of an undersized guard. He can get a bucket himself a few times a game, but, overall about a 37% shooter from deep, pretty much the league average. And I don't think he really brings too much more. Now, yesterday was the NFL opening day, pretty much the first day where all the teams played and, a lot of games on Sunday. And one of the games, not the Philadelphia Eagles, who ended up getting a W, but another team in the division who got a win, thanks to the Eagles' former defensive coordinator blowing it on the other side, was the Washington Commanders. And the Commanders, as we talked about before, are now owned by Josh Harris, who also owns the Sixers. It's his hometown team. For some reason, he loves that franchise. And look who he brought to the game yesterday to, enjoy and try to hype it up a little bit. It's Joel Embiid and it's Kevin Durant. Joel Embiid and KD at the Washington Commanders game. And look at that. They're dapping each other up. And to make it even better, look who else was there. Here's another shot of the game, Cardinals and Commanders. See who that is right there in the middle of Joel Embiid and Kevin Durant? It is Michael Rubin, who no longer has a stake in the Sixers due to his Fanatics business, transactions and ventures and all that. He said he can't really have a stake in the Sixers anymore because he wants to, do deals with athletes and all that stuff. But good to see Michael Rubin there. Joel Embiid is there and KD is there. Now, a lot of people, when I posted this on Twitter, were all mad at Joel Embiid. Oh, he's a traitor. He's not an Eagles fan. He's already not an Eagles fan, so I really don't care. But it is interesting, right? Joel Embiid, I guess, in a way, supporting the owner of the Sixers, so that means they're still on good terms. You know, they're obviously still in heavy communication, and, you know, Nick Nurse in the Pat Bev pod interview said that, you know, the ownership has been in great communication with him as well, and Daryl Morey. So to me, it kind of seems like everybody's on the same page. But what could this mean? What could Michael Rubin be telling Kevin Durant right now? Maybe he's saying, you know what? I'll give you all the money. I'll give you some side deals with Fanatics. You come on over to Philadelphia, man. You leave that Phoenix team. You come to Philadelphia and help save the day, because this team is in a little bit of turmoil right now. James Harden for KD, get it done. James Harden for KD, get it done. Obviously, I'm kidding, but the Suns were rumored to be interested in James Harden, right? So who knows? But it is interesting here. KD, Joel, right? They've had their chirps on the court, but obviously friends here in real life. But, you know, interested to see them together here at the game with Michael Rubin. So it's probably nothing at all and nothing to overreact about. But it was funny seeing some of the reactions from Sixer fans. And speaking of the Sixer fans, they were also overreacting at this signing. This came out a few days ago, but now it is official. Per the Sixers, they signed David Duke Jr., who was a former Brooklyn Net, to kind of tie all this in together as well. And shout out to my guy Matt Murphy here, putting some things on Twitter regarding David Duke. He was a second-team All-Big East player at Providence back in 2021. He ended up going undrafted. And then last year in the G League, he ended up finishing third in MVP voting. He had 22.5 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 3.8 assists, and almost 2 steals per game. And he says we've seen him in Delaware a handful of times. So really just a consistent G League player right now. And if you look at his stats over the last 2 years with the Brooklyn Nets, nothing crazy to be excited about. I mean, I think he was averaging like 4 or 5 points per game in 8 to 10 minutes. Nothing crazy. Hasn't really figured himself out on the court in the NBA. Pretty much a little bit of an undersized wing, and just hasn't really found his rhythm yet. But here is the official press release from the Sixers. They signed David Duke Jr., and I know you're out there sitting there wondering, why are they still signing these guys? Probably just another body for the Delaware Bluecoats, right? They lost a couple guys. Mac McClung ended up going to, I think it was the Orlando Magic. So they lost a couple guys. Maybe David Duke Jr., and it's funny here. It says he dished out a career best 4 assists against who? The 76ers. I remember that game on April 9th. So, you know, every guy has their career high, every bench guy we don't know, against these Sixers. And, he had a season high in points, 15, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals, and 4 assists against the Sixers. So it's funny how they have career highs against the Sixers. I think that was actually the last game of the season too. But look, man, the Sixers add another body. Who knows what's going to happen with the James Harden thing? I think we'll get more answers over the next couple weeks, and we will see how that plays out. The last thing we will talk about is a potential NBA rule change, and this was put out by Shams today. The NBA expected to vote on a rule that would prohibit teams from resting 2 star players in the same game, with a star being defined as a player who has made an All-Star or All-NBA team in the past 3 seasons. Dang. Talk about a crazy shift, man. Do you like this? Drop a thumbs up in the comments if you like this. Drop a thumbs down if you think this is not a good idea, right? And the reason I say it could affect the Sixers is, you know, these past couple years, right, they've gone and they've tried to go the length, and every year they sustain a big injury. Their stars end up getting hurt. And honestly, it's been proposed a few times that, you know, maybe going forward now, you kind of give a little load management to Joel Embiid or a James Harden if he's here, or whoever else, right? Why don't you try to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit instead of Joel Embiid? Obviously, it was great to see him win MVP, but he goes and plays the whole season, and then come playoff time, he gets hurt. Well, no more. Apparently, if this ends up getting passed, that, you know, teams are not going to be able to do this anymore. The Kawhis, the PGs. It's funny, that's who they show here on the picture, because they're known for doing it. Here's a little more information on this from Adrian Wojnarowski. It says they would potentially have the ability to fine teams over $1 million for each instance of violating the resting rules. And, Adam Silver is determined to increase player participation as the league negotiates a new media rights deal. So to pretty much simplify this down to the bare minimum, You know, the NBA is a business, right? We love the entertainment. It's a business. And, you know, Jimmy John and Bob Bowe and whoever else, right? They're traveling 300 miles to come see Kevin Durant play. And they get there on a Tuesday night against the Magic. And, you know, Kevin Durant decides to sit out because he doesn't feel like playing, right? Adam Silver wants to cut that and get rid of it. But there is kind of a dilemma, right? I agree. Like, I want to see these guys suit up and play, and they're making so much more money now than they ever did. But they're also sustaining a lot more injuries. So really, the best solution would probably be to cut down the amount of games. But, you know, that won't happen, right? More TV deals, more business ventures, more ticket money, all that in the third, merchandise, food, revenue, all that stuff ties in together. And they're just going to try to keep adding more games. As we've seen the last couple of years, now they're trying to incentivize the play-in tournament. They're trying to add more, you know, hype around the beginning, the middle of the season, and they're only going to keep adding more. And now, if these guys try to sit out, or if they try to sit out the play-in tournament, they're going to end up getting fined, which, you know, it'll add up over time. The NBA defines a star as someone who's made an all-star, all-NBA in any of the past 3 seasons. They will start with $100,000 on the first fine, $250K on the second, and then $1 million more than the previous penalty. So it's going to keep adding up. It just keeps stacking up for every time they sit out. That is crazy. Teams must manage their roster to ensure that no more than one star is unavailable for the same game. What if they're actually hurt? Teams must ensure that star players are available for national television games and the in-season tournament. There you go, in-season tournament games. Teams must maintain a balance between the number of one-game absences for a star player in home and road games. Must refrain from any long-term shutdown. Dude, this is crazy. They are cranking down. The money is greater. The pool is bigger than ever. And Adam Silver wants to cash in. I don't blame him, but at the same time, got to keep these players' health into consideration. What do you think about that? Good idea or bad idea? Do you think it actually gets passed from the owners? Give me your thoughts down below. And I appreciate everybody, as always, for tuning in. I'm not going to fine you for not tuning in, but you may as well tune in every single day. Appreciate everybody. You guys have a great one, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.